welcome to Music Meets. I'm Emma, and today we are with Ali in the Jungle. So, guys, do you want to introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band?
So I'm Tim. I play the piano, a little bit of guitar, and I sing.
I'm Chris. I play guitar and bass on one song, and backing vocals on one song.
I'm Ali. I play drums, the occasional egg shaker, and that's about it.
I'm Sam. I play bass for most of our songs and the occasional bit of acoustic guitar or electric.
So, you guys recently released your first EP. You've been around for a fair amount of time. I mean, you started in 2012. So what is it like to have that finally come out after 8 years together as a band?
I'm just waiting for someone else to answer. It's a bit strange because it feels like we should have, we kind of wish we had more recorded music by this stage. But for a long time, we were kind of off and on whilst three of us were at uni. So there were kind of 4 years, because we're in different years, where we could only practice like once every 3 months. And that's part of the reason why we've only really been doing this properly for a year or so. But I mean, it feels pretty good. We've come a long way since January, or I think February, when the EP came out. And yeah, we're doing a little bit more recording coming up soon. So hopefully we'll have even more stuff. But it's been a bit of a wild ride the past few months, going from basically having no music out to having our first EP out and trying to promote that and all the other stuff that comes with it. But it's been a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, like doing all the music videos for it and stuff. That was really cool. But I guess how it feels is it's kind of like, going from having all these ideas in your head, like permeating and for, I don't know, like 8 years, like, because we started when we were at school. We started when we were about 14. So, I mean, like, I guess releasing something, it feels like we're hitting maturity a bit, and it just feels like a lovely relief, like just to be able to actually get loads of people to hear it. And when we get messages from fans and people saying they love it and stuff, like, it means a lot. And yeah, it's not just in our heads anymore, and that's the best thing about it.
Going in a slightly different direction now, because we wanted to get to know you as people rather than just you as different members of the band. So tell us what your go-to meal deal is.
That's a great question.
Go on, Sam.
So where are we getting it from? Are we talking Tesco's, Boots meal deal?
Yeah, where would you go?
I'm just going to assume Tesco, because the Tesco is the place for meal deals.
True.
Fair enough. I'd go with a chicken and bacon sandwich with a Coke Zero to drink and a salt and vinegar packet of crisps.
I'm gonna go for, I get the like the pastas and stuff. I like the chicken one. Although I always think I like it. Like so I go in to get it and I'm like every time thinking, yeah, I want that southern fried chicken pasta. And then after I eat it, my mouth tastes a bit of soap and it's always a bit weird, but I still never change my choice. It's kind of weird. But yes, so I get that, and then I get innocent smoothie, the mango one. It's pretty good. And I like reading their packaging because it's got so much on it about like, oh, if you like knitting hats for us, post it here. Apparently you can go into their company whenever you want. So yeah, I get innocent smoothie, and then I get vegetable crisps because there's lots of good puns you can make with vegetable crisps.
Like what?
Oh, they're bad. So like,
I still want to hear them.
You go up to someone and you sing, and they're like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "Just trying to hit that root note,"
Okay, I'll go next to stop whatever else is coming. I would use. With meal deal, you've got to get the most value for money, because the classic thing is like when you find like a sandwich that's like more than £3, and that's part of the meal deal, and you can get everything else. So I'd probably go like the luxury stuff. But I'm also vegetarian, so it's quite hard. So something like pasta is decent. Usually crisps. I don't usually get a drink because I don't like buying like excess plastic, basically. And I'm also like, I just drink water all the time because I'm really boring. So, and then also probably like fruit.
I'm a Sainsbury's boy, so I go for the chicken, pasta, mini cheddars, and some sort of drink.
Mini
That's what I fancy. Mini cheddars, I'm so addicted to them. It's
They're
bad.
excellent.
So the lead single from your EP, People Change, it's an absolute bop. Tell us a bit more about it and what inspired it.
That song's really kind of like a work of of the whole band really trying to just show off a lot, really. And that kind of comes from when we wrote it. We were kind of, I think we were practicing another song, and then Chris came out with the main riff. We were like, oh, this is great. And then Ali was like, okay, I'll put a disco beat to it, and that sounded cool. And then I just started singing the same line over and over, which seemed to work, which is a lot of people change to stay the same way, etc. And then, so for a while, like I think we played it live for ages without it being finished, just kind of like jamming with it. And that's why there's so many different sections. Like there's bits led by kind of like a funky bass section. There's like more cutting guitar bits. There's piano led bits, and it's because we were trying to see how much we could do around just 2 chords, and just enjoying that. So I kind of feel like it's very much on a musical level, an expression of kind of like joy and just like working together, which is kind of nice. But then lyrically and stuff, I mean, it's about change, isn't it? And I'm kind of well known amongst people who know me for really not liking change or getting on well with change. So I guess I'm trying to figure that out in the song.
So this is a game that we play with everybody on Raw Music Meets. It's called Slang It, and it basically involves me giving you some slang terms and you guess what they mean. So I think we should just get straight into it. So the first one on the list, what do I mean when I refer to the cat's pajamas?
That's the best thing.
That's like the bee's knees, surely.
Yeah.
Because to be fair, if you saw a cat wearing pajamas, that would be probably the highlight of your day.
That'd be awesome.
It
There's
would be
probably
adorable.
groups for that, aren't there?
There's definitely, if you can get like little coats for dogs, you can definitely get pajamas for cats.
Oh, that would be very good to see. But it's not quite.
I feel like it's something to do with sleeping.
Yeah, it's also used in a
Cats are
slightly
known for sleeping.
different sense. I mean, the thing that I've got down here is if you've read something as cat's pajamas, it also can mean something exciting as well as a sort of standard sort of it's something amazing, the best kind of thing. So number 2 now is pine overcoat.
What?
What was that, Sam?
Pine overcoat.
Smells nice, I assume. Like you got overcoat of pine.
Yeah, true. Or like
Fresh.
it's like old, maybe. I don't know. That makes me think of Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, that which she goes through all the old coats on the way into Narnia. So maybe it's something to do with that. I don't know. What?
That's
I
really
don't know.
cool.
Weird,
Not
isn't
quite.
it?
Not quite. You're still a little bit cold.
Oh, okay. Oh, is that him?
So-
You could maybe interpret it as a hint. Okay, I'll give you maybe a slight clue. You would see it if it's a funeral.
Oh, is it just like a big black coat?
Coffin.
It is a coffin.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Okay.
Well done.
That's niche.
I thought that's a proper riddle there, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
bit. A little
That's a
bit.
heck of a euphemism.
That is true. So number 3, this one might be slightly easier. Chicks on a raft. What is that?
Right.
That's got to be some kind of food item.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that
Like-
feels like eggs on toast or something like that.
It is eggs on toast.
Is it? What?
Yes.
You
You're
guys.
good at this, Chris.
Let's leave this to Chris.
It reminds me of like Pigs in Blankets, where it's like, it sounds like, and also it's like that slightly morbid thing where it's like chicks on a raft because it's dead chicken eggs, dead chickens.
I mean,
Pigs in Blankets is like,
it's a very
pigs
good
on-
name. I won't lie. You want to make this one then? Bags are mystery.
I think you know.
Nah, I'm really annoyed. Normally I'm super competitive, but I just don't know anything. So I'm really sad.
Another
It's
item of
annoying, isn't
food,
it?
if that helps.
I was going to say, is it like
it's a
pockets?
dumpling.
Pardon?
Is it a
A
dumpling?
dumpling?
Yeah.
It's not a dumpling. You might see one next to your chicks, not necessarily on a raft.
Sausages?
They are sausages.
Mate, I've got this in the bag.
Yeah.
Like I was saying about pigs and weirdest names for food items.
Especially when sausages are involved, clearly.
Yeah.
And the final one now, we're on the last one. This cat lap. What is
Cat. Okay. Oh, when you've got hair all over your jeans.
It's a good shout.
Yeah. I'm being too
Really,
logical.
it's really nothing to do with cats, ironically.
Oh, okay. Cat lap. Maybe it came from someone saying, "Hey, catch that," and they heard it wrong, and they started saying cat lap.
When I first saw it, I thought, what on earth is that? And then actually, when you find out what it is, it actually does make a bit of sense.
Really?
Can we
Again,
get a
it might
clue?
also be something you have with your bag of mystery and chicks, potentially on a raft, potentially not.
It's not another food item, is it?
Not quite a food item.
Cat lap. Oh, is it cutlery?
No,
Plates.
Napkin?
not quite. It would be on the side, but it's not food. If it's not food, then
Beer.
beer.
Yeah, it must be a drink.
It is a drink. It's
Hey.
not beer. But it
Guinness.
is something you drink. It's one of two things you drink.
Coke.
I mean, I only drink water. Water?
It's not water. It's not Coke. It's
it
warmer
ice?
than that.
Oh,
Tea.
it's coffee.
Okay, or
What?
Wait, did you say
chocolate.
coffee?
coffee. It could be tea or coffee.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Cat lap.
Cat
Well,
Yeah,
lap.
I suppose you sort of have it on your lap. Some people, like if you're sitting drinking coffee on the sofa,
Oh,
you'll
because it
have like
warms
the
you
mug
up.
in your lap.
that's what I don't.
You guys have played at many different venues, and which one would you say has been your favourite?
I really like MK11. They recently opened a new stage. I mean, it wasn't too long ago, really. Probably not too long before coronavirus hit, which is unfortunate for them.
I think our
it's-
EP launch was one of the first gigs there, and then
Yeah,
I think we played the last gig there before lockdown.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that would have been in February, the EP launch. So yeah, that's really good. That they've got a whole new stage with a massive sound desk, and it's the whole venue part is like so much bigger, and you get a really great sound. They're really good at mixing our sound, which sometimes venues aren't if it's the first time you've played there, especially because Tim plays piano. It's something that they don't always manage to get right, especially if it's more like a rock orientated venue. But MK11 do it really well. And yeah, it's the new stage there is really big, so you've got a lot of space to move around and stuff like that. So that's somewhere I really enjoy playing.
I hope that when coronavirus goes away, they'll get loads more people there. I can imagine getting a lot of famous people there because it's such a good place to play anyway.
Definitely.
And the sound on stage is so clear and not even too loud. Like I don't go home being like, oh, that was loud. Like I just feel like I've just listened on my iPod or whatever. I can't believe it's an iPod.
Yeah. This is a Milton Keynes, by the way, MK11.
Yeah, I thought it was.
It's our local. It's one of our locals. All our locals are good. But I don't know. I feel I'm going to have to say probably it's between, for me, the O2 Academy in Islington, because I think that was the first gig we ever played that was like, wow, that was amazing. And, you know, we got like a lot of people down to that. Like we filled up the room.
Yeah.
And that was when we were quite a lot younger. I think we were like 16. So it meant a lot at the time. But I don't know, I quite like MK11 as well. I feel like because the EP launch was there and the warm-up gig for supporting Beans on Toast, which was a big deal for us. Like I feel our two most meaningful shows have been there, so I have to pick that.
Do you have a dream venue that you would love to play one day?
Glastonbury's not really a venue, is it?
I'd say that counts. It's a festival.
I mean, it's a bit easy, isn't it? But like, you know, like the Pyramid Stage Glastonbury would be really cool. I like playing
Play an alley pally. That'd be pretty cool.
To be fair, Ali Pally would be great.
alley in the alley
It's a great
pally.
shout.
Yeah,
Ali in the alley
alley pally in the jungle.
Alley pally in the jungle. No, to be fair, that's our perfect gig then. That's actually, I agree. I'm going over my statement.
Well, we'll get on the phone to them as soon as this interview is over.
Yeah.
Did that happen?
It's such a massive venue that like everyone I've seen there, I've been like, it's kind of empty. Even if it's like huge bands, like it always feels so spacious and like there's. I mean, we definitely couldn't fill it now, but like even if you're big enough to play there, like it must be such a challenge to fill it because it's just huge, it's like an aircraft hangar. It's massive.
It is huge, isn't it? Like even walking in and stuff like through the merch stores and stuff.
Yeah, they have like the whole food
stores in it. So good.
What's that?
All the food stores that it has.
Oh, right,
As you
yeah,
walk
yeah.
in, it's like
It's a very classy venue, really, isn't it?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's well fancy.
Yeah.
little birdie's told me, Tim, that you claim to be a man of dad jokes. So
Oh,
do you
no.
want to give us your best dad joke?
Please don't start this.
You've already had one.
Okay. I told this to my parents, and they didn't even know it was a joke, and they got really angry. So I was at home looking after the house, and my parents, they went out for the weekend, and my neighbour comes around, and my neighbour says, because we've got a fence in the garden, he says, mate, do you mind if I just take your fence down and move it? And I was like, what? What gives you the right to do that? No, that's not okay. And I was like, you're just joking though, yeah? And he's like, no, I'm not. Anyway, we had a massive argument about it. I said all kinds of things that, can't say on the radio. And he went away looking quite upset. I stormed inside, slammed the door. Anyway, the next morning, I get up and the fence is gone, completely gone. And the garden's completely trashed. And so I look around and where's the fence? And I turn around because I was blind to this, and he'd actually put up an even bigger fence. It was huge, it's all mesh everywhere, all a mesh. And I go around to him and I say, mate, what are you doing? I'm really sorry. Look, I'm sorry if I caused offence.
I knew it was going to be something like that. Halfway through, I was thinking it's going to be some kind of fence pun. People Change, anyway, has a music video of you guys watching yourselves do all sorts of things on screen in a cinema. What was the sort of thought process behind that idea for a music video?
Okay. That was the cinema thing. So we shot all the other stuff, all of the weird stuff. And we're kind of thinking of a way to bring it all together. And I think it's a bit, far, but I can't explain it without being far, really. So I will. I think the idea was that the reason we're all tied together and stuff, it's meant to be a bit like the philosophy theory of Plato's cave analogy, where it's all of these guys in a cave and they're tied together and they're just watching shadows on the wall and they don't know anything else. I don't know. You should just YouTube it. YouTube Plato's cave analogy, and that's what we were kind of doing for a little joke. You got to throw a bit of intellectual rubbish in there for a laugh, don't you? And that's why we were in the cinema. But also, just love films, just love cinema. Thought it'd be fun, and it was kind of fun just getting loads of different ones of us. If you watch the video, the shots probably got about 5 Tims, 6 Sallys, 4 Sams, 3 Chris's in it. I don't know, but.
Yeah, the cinema is populated with different versions of us, so we did multiple takes and stuff, which was a lot of fun. We actually used it wasn't a cinema; it was Tim procured for us a school hall with these rows of seats which come out, which then it just looked exactly like a cinema. So that's
cool. I'd watched a production of Grease Lightning there when I was about 6, and I remember being really confused because it was the first time I've been to the theatre and it looked like a cinema. And I thought, I don't understand why the actors aren't on screen.
Are there any projects that you are currently working on that we can look forward to in the coming weeks, months, etc.?
There's loads and loads of projects that you should be desperate to hear and see that we're working on. So we're going into the studio at some point soon to record a few singles, maybe even a few EPs, maybe loads of stuff that we can chuck your way next year and you can gobble up with your ears, and it's going to be great. We've been working on the demos and it's sounding amazing. So yeah, lots to be excited about, and obviously if that comes new music videos and hopefully a tour. So if you're an Alley of the Jungle fan and you thought this year was good, you're going to be laughing at this year next year.
I think we all will be.
I think we'll be glad to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we've also been commissioned to write the music for a BBC short, Making Waves, which my partner Chloe has been commissioned and she's asked us basically, and the music is almost finished, and it's basically just 5 minutes of uninterrupted Alley in the Jungle film nonsense, and it's unlike anything we've ever done before, and it was a lot of fun. It's really out of our comfort zone kind of stuff. And it'll be on the BBC at some point, which is absolutely mad. It's called Making Waves, so we don't have a release date for it, obviously, because of COVID. They haven't filmed. But that will be coming out soon. Well, it'll be coming out at some point in 2021, I imagine. Fingers crossed. And then, yeah, more recording and videos and so on, and start the cycle all over again. It'd be great.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. You've got like a proper plan and stuff. But that's unfortunately about all we've got time for. But just to finish up, can you tell us what your social media handles are, so then everybody who watches this and thinks they might have found their new favourite band can go and follow you?
We are Ali in the Jungle on Facebook, at Ali in the Jungle Music on Instagram, Ali in the Jungle _ on Twitter. Anyone remember our LinkedIn? Or no?
We're not linked.
Ban LinkedIn.
Yeah, so
Very
businesses.
serious, isn't it? It probably has. Just go to our website, aliinthejungle.co.uk.
Yeah.
And it's all there, and just go from there, or find us on Spotify.
Yeah, just search for us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your music.
Yeah, I think we're on YouTube, we're Ali in the Jungle Music as well. And as well as being able to hear and watch all our new music videos, you can also see loads of like live gigs we've done and acoustic sets and stuff on there. So if you're an obsessive about Ali in the Jungle like Sam is, that's where you can spend your time.
Yeah, I've got all the beer mats from all the gigs we've done. Yeah, there we go.
Is that what they are? That's cool.
But anyway, thank you so much for being such great guests. I had a great time talking to you.
Across campus, online, and on 12:51 AM. This is your student radio station.